Hi, everybody. Morning, Enzo.
Hello.
Enzo and I are both on different sides of the world, but I didn't sleep well and Enzo didn't either. So there you go. My excuse is I had a big Rottweiler that wanted to get on the bed and kept crying. So,
I don't have an excuse. I was just always.
No, ready with the bell?
Oh, the bell.
The bell. He looks so impressed, doesn't he?
I should do this. What does that sound?
He's with me. He's with me. Hey, everybody. I saw Wisdom, and Sarah and Jennifer B. Sarah G, of course, Sarah G. Who else is here? Let's have a look. Maisie, hello, darling. Oh, look, Enzo's in the chat. Oh, Heather, hello, sweetheart. Hello. Not long now to our little trip up to the Whit Sundays. Tanya's here. Hey, Kibba. How long is the plane ride to fly to America? Depends, 13 or 14 hours. I think it just depends. Enzo, I probably know the answer to this one, but I think it depends on headwinds sometimes, doesn't it?
Sometimes,
it can slow you down, yeah.
That's usually what the holdup is from that far away, because you're actually going from one hemisphere to the other, so you're going to hit winds somewhere in there.
Excuse me, drinking my coffee, but I need it. Yeah, so about that long, and then once I hit the American shores, then there's the waiting, then there's the transferring of planes. If I don't fall asleep, I don't know if everybody knows the story. When I was there last time, I'd been, instead of getting a direct flight from Brisbane to LA, I had to go from Brisbane to Sydney, from Sydney to LA, and there was like hours in between. So I flew to Sydney, but I had to wait. I think it was something like 3 hours till I got on the flight to America. That flight took 14 hours. Then once I got to LA, I had to get on a connecting flight. But again, there was a wait of 5 hours. So I fell asleep. I just couldn't stay awake. And I was right near the door, where you go in. Like, nobody woke me up and I missed it. So then I had to wait another, I think it was 5 hours. So by the time I actually got there, I think it was something like 30 hours that I hadn't had, except for that nana nap. And when I say I fell asleep, I think I was asleep for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes long enough to miss them saying time to get on the plane, apparently.
Did you sleep through? You must have been exhausted to have slept through that.
Well, I still wonder, to be quite honest, because I kept, every now and then I would go, those micro, but I was really fighting to stay awake, and I was I checked, I know what long I was asleep or out, because I kept checking. So 10 minutes tops. So you usually get, or they call your name. And nothing. I reckon they just stuffed up.
Wow.
But anyway, I got to Reno Airport eventually, and then I got to my friend Connie's in Virginia City, and then I collapsed and went to sleep. I think I slept for about 13 hours. Oh gosh.
Yeah. 13 or 14 hours is a long time stuck in a tube like that. That's pretty awful.
And you can't stretch your legs. So see the sacrifices I make, people.
That's your kudos to you for doing it, because I know I would not be excited about spending that long in the plane.
No, I can see Candy's come in. Hey, Candy. Candy says hello, Enzo. Sarah from Fantastic Publishing, and Dee, and who else? Marnie. Hi, Marnie, aka Jackie Semak. Oh, well then, Jackie. Let me know which it is, Marnie, if I should call you Marnie or if I should call you Jackie. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. Oh, excuse me. So there you go. I wonder how this time works for everybody. I think it's myself and Tanya and Dee. It's early for Dee as well. It's 7 o'clock for me, but I think it's 8 o'clock for Dee.
It's 7 a.m. for you. Is that right?
Yeah.
7 a.m. for me. It's 3 p.m. on Friday for me, and that would be 9 p.m. for the UK, I guess.
Mythos is in. Hello, sweetie. Did you get my last email? Let me know, because I haven't checked since I sent you another message. He's lovely, Mythos. If you haven't, I think everybody in here does know who he is, but if there's anyone in here that doesn't, check out his channel. Tanya, if you would put a link to Mythos for me, I'd appreciate it. Ian, hi Ian. Ian says sneezes like poltergeists travel in pairs. Yes. Oh, well, that was only one, I think. So we'll see what happens. It might come in later.
There are some people that if they sneeze once, they have to follow it up like 3 or 4 different times. I knew a guy, he would sneeze 5 times. Whenever he'd start to sneeze, we'd just wait. We'd sit back and wait because we had 4 more coming.
The only time I find sneezing inconvenient is if I'm driving, because you can't help but do that, and you're like, oh no, and you just quickly, and you know it's coming, and you go and you sort of think, oh good, I didn't hit anything.
Where do you get in accidents? How are you driving? That's you. That's you.
Hey, Mythos, should I mention what we're planning, or just leave it till another time? You tell me. Let me see. I missed something. I sneeze and it scares the life out of my dogs. Yeah. Although my dogs are pretty good. They didn't just jump then. They only jump when there's someone at the door. Oh, my noisy neighbours moved out yesterday.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, yeah, until the next neighbours move in. I'm hoping that we'll get a reprieve from people that scream and carry on to maybe, Mythos says it's up to me. All right. I'll tell him in a sec. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the noisy neighbours. I'm pretty sure most people here have experienced neighbours at some point that you think, oh God, please move out. And I've been lucky. It's happened to me twice, and all up here in Queensland. Isn't that weird? Yeah, it would be more of upsetting because they were fighting. Like, so I can handle noisy babies, I can handle children playing, I can handle happy noise, playful noise, even parties, or whatever. What I can't handle is that screeching and fighting and F you, and you get yourself anxious. So they've moved out. So I'm hoping
you can feel all that negativity coming over.
Yeah, it does. So I'm hoping that whoever moves in next door can have all the babies in the world they want. I don't care about dogs barking, and don't care about anything, just so long as they don't fight.
I'm
Anyway,
on the end of my townhouse, so I only share one wall with anyone. And the last people that lived in there it was man and his wife, 2 very young kids, like 4 and 5, with 2 dogs. And that place is not that big, so there was constantly noise. It was like bowling going on next door at all hours.
Yeah, and I think that's the issue too. Just a second. I'm just sending something. Wait a minute. There we go. Done. Back to you guys. Sorry, I had to do something then. It's relative to the chat. Okay. I sent you another email, Mythos, if you're listening. Heather's finally got a weekend off, which is marvelous. That's really good. Heather works way too much. What aren't you sure about how to do, Wisdom? What did I miss? I don't know. If it's important, you can tell me. Oh, hey, Kaza. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. I'm the squirrel, remember? Oh, do you see that I changed my background about at all? Can you tell?
Did you?
Probably, yeah, probably not. Hang on. I'll go this way. And
see
you
the
can,
Chucky doll.
yeah. Oh, Chucky's there. Then this thing here was my uncle's. It was when he was in hospital, he passed away in hospital, but this was with him in the hospital. And it's Australians will know, because I grew up in a house that barracked. Barrack, we call it barrack. What do you call root for?
Right.
Yeah, we say barrack. I don't know why. For Collingwood, and it's a little Collingwood doll, and it's a football. Jamie Elliott, if anybody knows, I don't. I'm only good with the 1970s, 80s teams. But yeah, just randomly talks. So sometimes when it was in my room, it's not in my room anymore. I was meant to do it. It goes off. So it'll say, "Oh, good morning. Can you make me a cup of tea?" Or it says, "Oh, could you turn the light off? I'm trying to go." Like, it says all really weird things. At first I thought it was possessed, but it's just the dog. What else have I got? Oh, my daughter gave me this. I don't think you can see it. I can't remember. It's something from the Minecraft. And I've got my Gumby and Pokey. Do you see Gumby and Pokey?
I do.
I haven't taken them out the packet because I don't want them to get dusty. I had a Gumby when I was little. Did you have a Gumby?
I never had gum. I knew what it was, but
yeah, they're just rubbery type toys, but they can tend to get. And I've got my little Cherokee doll here, my little Cherokee. It was made by an actual Cherokee lady called Ruth. So I like my Cherokee doll. And what else have I got? Everything else is kind of the same, I think. I don't think I've added anything in. I don't think so, except for a little another Minecraft thing. And I finally put my pictures of Sharon Stone and Paul Walker. Paul Walker. You can't quite see those, though, can you? Oh, there's Paul.
I can see it. I mean, I couldn't identify who it was, but I can see it's
a picture. Paul Walker and Sharon Tate. That's you can't see it, but there's a little piece of the fireplace in here and a piece of the tree in there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, I put a picture of him, a picture of his grave, and did I put it? Oh, yeah, and I put a picture of a little monument that people made at the tree as well. But don't ask. I don't know why I collect these things. Yeah, I know, Earl. Poor little things. I was just, I went to, when I was in America, I went to the cemetery where Sharon's buried and left her. It was near Mother's Day. Mother's Day had just gone. So I left her some flowers. Hi, Holly. But I think I need more lights. I took those shiny ones away and it's I think it's a bit dark. There's lights right behind me, but I've got to do something about the shelves so you can see everything. What do you think, Enzo? What do you reckon? What's the chat?
Some side lighting for sure.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, Julie, hello. All right, we'll make sure we entertain you with no visual content so that you can just listen.
We do need to thank Tanya.
I do. Oh, Tanya, I've got a new one. Let me know what you all think. But hang on. First, I'll thank Tanya, and then I'll welcome in the people who got the membership. So it's 2. We ready? I love doing this now. All right, here we go, Tanya. Get ready. Put your dancing shoes on. Now, let me know what you think, because this is my new, new members. I've been playing around with so many. I can't remember if I'm doing super chats or whatever. So this is to the new members. We ready?
Hey, Annabelle. Karen got some more members. Isn't that great?
Oh, wonderful. Chucky, come say welcome to the new members.
Hey, F you. Leave me alone, or you're toast.
Chucky, that's naughty.
It amused me, but I don't know what I don't know what chat thinks. Oh gosh. What do you reckon, chat? Was that all right? Oh god.
Some big laughs, I see.
Oh, good. I'm glad. So I'm playing around with lots of different animation things, and I thought I was going to try and change the animations a little bit because there's so many programs, but then I enjoy cut and pasting things, and I enjoy the process of making them blend together to work. And then I wanted to do the Robert the doll, and I thought, oh, how do I make his, like, I've seen the shape, for example, when he does his animations and makes their little mouths go up and down, and I thought, oh, I don't want to copy shape. So then I found a little thing that was a mouth moving. Then I found an app that does voices. I could have done a Donald Trump.
Oh boy.
No, well, it was the only voice on the thing that, because it's like an imitation of voices, and it's the only voice that actually sounded like it was really the person. And I thought, and I thought, oh. So I listened to my own rules and stayed away from it. Hey, Kendra. Oh, golly. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Sarah. So I'm trying new things. I'm working on new ones, just because they're fun, and then they're in here just to muck around and play. And I'm trying for more. Oh, maybe I should do aliens and Enzo and me and someone else dancing in a disco. Is anyone here old enough to know when we called them discos? Ooh.
Get the fog machine that rolls in. You get the
Oh, look.
ball.
There we go. Oh, golly.
Glow sticks and Molly not included.
What's going to say? Probably the only good thing Robert the doll is useful for. Oh, he's just a doll, eh? I wonder what actually, Mythos, what are you there? Can you hear me? I wonder what you reckon about Robert the doll. I honestly really think they're just dolls. They're just dolls. They're just dollies. Oh, good, Earl. Then you remember going to. I used to go. I did go to discos when I was about 18. But when I was younger, someone talked about it the other day on a Facebook feed. When I was younger, oh, hey, Mythos. Yeah, what do you reckon about Robert the doll? I reckon it's full of crap. And definitely Annabelle the doll's rubbish because of who found it. But yeah, we had a thing called blue light discos. So it was run by the police in your local area, and it was for kids, like for under 18. If you can hear a noise in the background, it's my birds being very, very naughty. But hopefully it's not. Can you hear it through my mic?
Oh, really yeah, we can hear it.
Oh, bloody sorry. I don't know what they're going crook about. I don't know. Oh, they'll shut up eventually. They're probably talking to each other. There's 3 of them in the lounge room. Sometimes they fight. Yeah, but so it was a blue light disco, and it would be safe, you know. But it was a disco. Yeah, the DJ was there playing the modern music. It was cool. Hey, Hammertoe. Dover Paratech, hello. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Glenda, hi. I hope I haven't missed anyone coming in. Apologies if I have. What's D say? Robert has no connection with Annabelle. Oh, I know that. But I wanted to put him in my thing, if that's what you mean, unless someone else asked that question. Yeah, yeah. Well, Annabelle, we know who discovered Annabelle, so that's enough said there. And so far as Robert the doll, it's just a doll. He's just unfortunate. It looks like he's been, moth-eaten or something. Once upon a time, he was probably someone's much-loved little toy.
Right.
Yeah. I've got dolls. I've got dolls from when I was a little girl. I've got one. I love dolls, but I don't love them because I think they're haunted. I love them. I just love dolls. What's that? Earl says, Omar pushes the Robert the doll thing and he's one of the worst fakes. Oh, yeah, look, that's what I mean. But even the Annabelle story of Annabelle the doll, well, that's come from the Warrens and no offense, my opinion. But yeah, and money making and like the attention, I think honestly, you can see her legs dangling there. I've got a Raggedy Ann. that looks a little bit like Annabelle, and she doesn't move or anything. I'm so just. I had I mentioned it to the Shape that he did a thing on I can't remember his last episode. It was talking about someone saying that an electronic doll would talk because the spirits made it talk, and I thought, I had Elmo doll, I had a mic from Monsters Inc. Batteries, so if you touch and pull them or whatever, they'll talk. But when the batteries started, it did freak me out at first because it had happened while I was asleep and I'd be woken up. And it was sometimes it'd be a bit creepy because of what they said, but it was just the doll. It was the batteries going flat. And when the batteries go flat for whatever reason, it sets the doll off randomly. So all I did was change the batteries. But I got sick of the batteries running down all the time, so I just took the batteries out. Now, if my dollies talked without batteries, that'd be a whole different kettle of fish.
It's a very different story.
Yeah, even Mythos agrees. See?
Was it the Elmo one that they put out some where there was some kind of like programming defect when they did the voices where it was like, I hope you die. It's like, wow.
I heard that. I think I saw, actually, I didn't watch it, but I did see a TikTok or something. Someone had one and it said something like that. And I just read the thing and I went, but yeah. What's Holly want to say? You just remind me of a couple of bad horror movies I should track down to rewatch. One was called Dolly Dearest and one was called Dolls. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, look. There. That's Sunny Sock. That's my daughter, for anyone who doesn't know. Yes, we had a Mike. Mike, from Monsters Inc. You could pull his leg or whatever and he'd go, hey, that's like it was pretty cute doll. But he would also say, I've got my eye on you. And it would happen. It would randomly go off in the like 2, 3 in the morning. And you'd wake up and go, oh, my God. And he just wouldn't shut up. So he lost his batteries. Gosh. Holly wants to know how the lizard situation is in your room, Sunny Sock.
That's why the birds are so upset.
Yeah, actually, Sunny Sock, can you go and check on the birds for me to save me leaving everybody here? Just go and check why they're carrying on like a pork chop. I don't know where that saying comes from. Maybe because when you cook a pork chop, it spits everywhere. Like, so there you go. Hey, Blue Sky Lisa. Wisdom says, I had a Tickle Me Elmo that when the batteries died, started saying other things not programmed into it. It was probably a knockoff. Yeah, I actually, maybe that's one that Enzo was talking about. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I was going to tell you, I asked Mythos if it was all right to say something, and he said, up to me. So since it's up to me, Mythos, I had intended to go to the ancient Ram Inn with Bido and his lovely wife. Still doing that, but Mythos is going to come along. We've got to figure out the logistics, but he's going to come along too because he hasn't, up until now, I don't think, he can correct me, but he hasn't investigated anywhere or anything. So he can come along too. Then there'll be 2 strong men to protect me from an incubus or a demon. And protect Mrs. Geek. Dear, what's Holly say? Maybe how much pigs squeal in the process of catching them for processing. They'd probably make a racket. Oh, Holly, don't bring that up. That makes me sad. Yeah, it's true. They cry. And
I know it is because I'm hungry now.
I can't get up there. There's a cat sleeping on me, Mum. Oh, well, at least the cats are.
She's trapped.
Yeah, Mythos. Oh, that's Earl. Sorry, I missed Mythos. The chat moves, and I'm delayed when I think there. Mythos and his strong muscles. I'm looking forward to going to England. Oh, hello, Sash. What secrets is in the chat?
Hello, Nikki.
Nikki.
Chatted for a couple hours with her sister over on her channel last night.
Were you cheating on me?
Coming into this that I make the rounds.
open relationship.
Like a year ago, I was actually like on a different show almost every night of the week.
Oh, dear. What's else? Oh, hang on. I keep missing. I keep going to club. Love bacon. Got 2 cats on my lap. Oh, well, yeah. And Sunny Sock is a very good cat mum. She's very particular. Like they get fed at two times a day at a particular time. They're served up like, I mean, better than anybody serves up food in this house. They're so spoiled. They've got all the toys. They've got all the gadgets. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, she's not their mother. She's their roommate. Oh, 3 times a day. 3 times a day they get fed. There you go.
3
Yeah.
times. Wow.
There you go. Let me see. Yeah, so anyway, but there you go. So any interesting scientific type stuff happening this week, Enzo? No meteor is going to bang into us. I know we were talking. Yep.
Believe me, there's always a meteor out there. There's always something passing by. So I don't even look at it anymore. But actually been a pretty quiet week. And honestly, I was kind of busy this week doing other things. So I haven't really paid that much attention to it. A few more details on that lunar lander we sent up a couple of weeks ago. Apparently, it damaged one of its legs. It skipped off of the ground, which caused it to sort of tumble and flop over on its side. So,
oh, that's right. Yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we? Bye, Katsa. Bye. Have a good day or evening. Or I've forgotten where you are, Kazza. Whatever. Have a good one.
It's a good time wherever you are.
Yes, it's a teeny tiny tiara. Oh gosh, yeah, teeny tiny tiara. I can't even talk. Tiara. I'd love a pet wolf, Earl. I'd love a pet. I'd love pets. Full stop. I've got a. Can you see it? Oh, right. I'm back to front. Up just above me there is a skunk.
Ah.
Yeah, my friend gave me a stuff. It's not a real stuffed skunk. It's just a toy skunk. We were trying to find me a toy raccoon, but the closest I could come is on Annabelle. I should have mirrored it. On Annabelle's lap is a raccoon tail. Just the tail. Ah, all right. Well, then go on then. Bugger off to the shops or wherever you go. And 7:30, where have you got to be that's so important? Just a joke. Actually, I used to live on the Gold Coast. I like it there. Is Mythos going? Oh, good on you. Just a quick hi and bye. Yes, have a good evening, Mythos. Mythos. That's how you would say it, isn't it? Mythos.
Yes.
Not mythos. Yeah, mythos.
Mythos.
Yeah. He's very clever with his content. I hope his channel takes right off. It should. He's been doing he's finally got a PC, but most of his episodes he's been doing using an iPad, like filming with an iPad. That's all he had. And gosh, they're impressive for using just an iPad. Hang on, Sunny Sock. I don't know. I think you're pronouncing it wrong. My daughter loves Greek mythology. I'm sure I'll be corrected. But there you go. I think that's how Mythos.
She likes Greek mythology. Wouldn't it be mythology then?
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's Mythos. No? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get told later. He is doing well, yeah. He does do a great job. What time is it there in England, guys? Did I time this pretty well? Because that was the whole point, trying to time it where America, Australia, and England can enjoy Enzo and I talking complete and utter rubbish sometimes.
Should be about like 8:30 or 9:30, I think.
Yeah, because I know I saw Mythos. It is Mythos. Oh, where are you? There's Ian. Mythos. So that, yeah, myth. Oh, of course. Myth. Yeah, all right. Good-o. I stand corrected. Maisie, and finally Maisie's got a time where she's actually meant to be awake, not 3 a.m. in the morning. So there you go. All right, so 9:30. There you go. Obviously, myth. Okay, mythos. What was I saying? I was saying mythos, wasn't I?
You were
Now,
saying that.
oh my gosh. All right. Okay. Oh, good, Marnie. Good. Yeah, I saw Beardo had a little live earlier, and I at first I had a look. I thought, oh, don't tell me I've stepped on his toes, but no, he finished before me, so that's good. That's good. I don't like stepping on people's toes. So yeah, let's see. Yes, I was working on some new things for the channel. I got really into trying to do something last night and then got too tired and then changed my mind. And then I was just too tired and was making mistakes. So later on today, after I do some gardening, have some breakfast, all that sort of thing, I'm going to get stuck back into it. Oh yeah, Melissa. Oh, Lissa. Oh, so do you want to? So not Lisa, Lissa. There you go. I can do that. Should have looked, shouldn't I? Hey, Daniel. Oh, Night. I haven't seen Nightbot. He should be around somewhere. No, twice. Oh dear. Yeah, and Crow had a little live yesterday as well. He thought it was a members only, but he hadn't set it up properly. He named it members only, but it was for anyone. But because he named it members only, I think that's why he didn't have as many people as he usually does, because people probably just looked at the title and went, well, I'm not a member. Listen, just stop having a go at me, all right? Because I don't know why I pronounced it that way, because maybe I'm dyslexic. Do you ever look at words and because I'm not dyslexic, that would be horrendous. But I do look at words sometimes fleetingly, like quickly, and it looks like another word, and I get all confused. What's Holly saying? I've heard it pronounced methos, rhyming. Oh, methos rhyming with nose, but who knows if that is correct? Might be a British thing. Methos. I don't know. I'll have to. What's the name? Holly will remember. There's an English fellow, Hugh and Laurie. Hugh and Laurie. Holly, Hugh and Laurie. You know the comedian duo. Hugh and Laurie, not Hugh. Who played Dr. House. The other one, I've got his book somewhere on Greek mythology. I should look at one of his episodes because he'll definitely pronounce it correctly. He does a lot of talks on Greek. He's a comedian. I just can't think of his name. Someone, you're all English. Someone tell me. Hugh and Laurie, and it's not Hugh. It's God. Anyway, someone will tell me. Hi, Iconja. Hello. Good morning. Good evening. Fry and Laurie. Thank you. What's his first name? Someone tell me his first name. Stephen Fry. There you go. It was there. I just read the first part. Stephen Fry. Oh, my goodness. It's early for me, guys. And I've still got coffee to drink. Yes, Stephen Fry. He's well into Greek mythology. He's written a few books on it. But the way he writes his books is kind of like a modern day soap opera. So he brings in all of the Greek gods and the stories behind them and everything, but in a way that you can relate a little. I think his main aim was to get people of this era to read it. It's still spot on for the stories around the gods, but he's making it easy to read. But I love listening to him speak. I'll call you Lisa from now on. It's just my bad eyes, and just you see Lisa and jump to Lisa. So it's my apologies, Lisa. Was that when we were on together, Sarah? Sarah said she woke up to Crow streaming and had to join with no coffee. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, I like to share. It's good to share everything. Yeah, like share out things. I don't mind sharing things. I'm very generous, except if it's cake.
Don't want to share your cake?
Oh, I do share my cake. I usually take a piece of cake and then encourage everybody to eat the rest because I don't want to. Because I will. So I say, eat it. And as I'm watching him eat it, I think, I could have had another piece. But no, take it. Marnie says you need more coffee with Crow. Fantastic. He was pretty subdued last night, to be quite honest. I think I was more rowdy than Crow was. That was fun with Paulie from New Zealand was in the chat. You weren't there, were you, Tanya? Hang on. Or were you? I can't remember if Tanya was in the chat. Tanya is also someone who gets around in every chat. She can multitask chats. So she could be here looking after you guys, and then boom, she's also over in someone else's. Pretty clever. Oh, you were there. Yeah. Sometimes it all blends.
Especially this week. I know you and I alone have done, well, we had the recorded show for the 5 questions.
And then we had the
member stream, and then that thing that we did on, what was it, Thursday.
So I'm all lived out. I'm looking forward to a rest. But I think, Hugh Laurie Holly, but he's not the one that writes the books. It's Stephen Fry that I'm thinking of. But Hugh, yes, Fry and Laurie or Flop, whatever. I'm getting all blah, 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 blah. What's that? Fantastic. It says, Tanya always catches me when I watch more than one live stream at once. Yeah, you've got to be loyal, Sarah. I can do that too. Sometimes you'll be watching. I was trying to say, sometimes I'll watch Crow. Then Crow's live gets a bit crazy. And if someone else is live, I'll go over, I'll open up 2 windows. So I'll just mute Crow and still see the chat and listen to the other one and go backwards and forwards until, because sometimes you want to support both people. But so, yeah. Hey, Kaz. Not much, to be honest. I've seen Kunk on Earth, Holly. I enjoy Kunk. It's a horrible name. That's the name of the show. Kunk, C-U-N-K, on Earth. She's just an English comedian who plays a character that goes around and interviews all of these people about aliens and ancient civilizations and so on and so forth. But she does it like she's an absolute drop kick. She doesn't know what she's asking. And she asks some questions that are quite sort of like, oh, yeah, you could look at it that way. And then you see I don't think if you go to watch that, guys, Kunk on Earth, she gets these really well-known professional, like museum people, authors and all sorts, and she's asking them questions in all seriousness. I think some of them haven't been told she's a comedian because she'll ask a question and they'll go, and they really don't, like, they're trying to be polite because they must be thinking to themselves, this woman's stupid. Like, let me see if I can answer. Then I think there's some who must know who she is because she is an English actress / comedian. But yes, good for a laugh. Have I missed anybody? Crossover Paranormal. I've got in the morning. Oh, hang on. In the morning, roughly this time tomorrow, guys. Roughly this time tomorrow, there's the episode with 3 Spires Paranormal, the 5 haunting questions. I'm going to do the 5 haunting questions on a that'll be Saturday for you, won't it? Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But I'm going to do those my time a Sunday morning, so that the person doing it can get into the chat, just in case they've got a job that through the week they can't be on the chat. But people don't have to come in to the live premiere; they can watch it later. It's yeah. I know some people do get confused when I put those up. I don't think they do anymore, but they used to think it was live. And I'd go, no. Or worse still, they'd say hello to the person I'd interviewed, and the person that I had interviewed was not in the chat. And then I'd have to go, they're not here. They didn't come. I've only had 2 people do that. So most people take the time out to be at the premiere of their 5 haunting questions, like Enzo did. Thank you, Enzo.
I was there in case there were questions.
Yeah. Sarah G says, Clunk on Earth is hilarious. And I agree, Karen. I don't think they know. Yeah, when you watch it, I really don't think they know. I think there's a couple that do catch on because they probably know who she is, or they realise they're having that, like they're smart enough to realise they're having the mickey taken out of them. Let me see. You don't understand. I think that was directed at me, though. What was? Oh, no Debbie Downers today, just in case that's a Debbie Downer.
Yeah, let's not get off on that track.
Yeah. Marnie, are you near Crystal Creek, Karen? I don't know. Where's Crystal Creek? I don't know where Crystal Creek is. Holly, where's Crystal Creek? Tanya, where's Crystal Creek? I don't know. I'll have a look. Where's Crystal Creek? Is it? I don't know. Lisa said,
Australia's a big place. You'll have to be more specific.
Yeah, Crystal. How did she spell it? Crystal Creek. For all I know. Oh no, that's in New South Wales. That's nowhere near me. Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about Kangaroo Valley and a retreat that's there. Yeah, it's a town, but yeah, nowhere near me. It's all right. I just looked it up on the Google Maps, Tanya. It's in New South Wales, and it's a little town, and they've got a retreat there. I couldn't afford to go to a retreat. I did look into that once. I thought, wouldn't it be nice to just go up in the mountains, stay in a beautiful thing where they wake you up nice and early. You can do a little bit of, yoga or something, and have a nice fresh brekkie and just listen to the birds wake up. And then I looked into it to see how much it would cost. Yeah. I'd be stressed for the rest of the year trying to pay.
That's why you need to calm down, is how am I going to pay for this? So not for me. But you can do all of those things in Virginia City if you were to go there.
Well, you can relax in Virginia City. Absolutely. But you can, if you go for a walk up, there's lots of places you can go for a walk there too. I could walk up the top of the, hike up to the top of the mountain there near the V. There's a V on the mountain. You can actually get up to that. I might do that. I'd love to just trail on up there and just sit there and stare out and relax. And the Sugarloaf Mountains, you've got a beautiful view of those. It's really in the morning when I have my coffee at, where's my roasting house mug? I've moved everything around. Now I've forgotten where I put it. Bloody hell. I've lost my prop. Hang on. Oh, here it is. At my favourite coffee house. There we go. Yeah. The Roasting House, C Street, Virginia City. Best coffee in town. When I'm sitting there, they've got, you walk out the back and there's a deck, and boom, there's the view. It's just beautiful. There's nothing blocking the view. All you see is the mountains. And it's the most stunning. You just sit there and just look. I love it. So, yes, go to Virginia City for a retreat. Blue Sky Lissa, I have investigation tonight, so I should be getting some sleep. Oh, all right. Have lots of fun investigating. Oh, you can see Puppy. Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, he's back down. What's the matter? It's like Lassie. Look. He's knocking things. Hang on, where are you? There we are. What's wrong? What can you hear? It's like that. I'm still trying to find him his little Mexican hat. There's no Mexican hats. Hang on. Let's see. Where are you? Why can't people see you? Oh, there we are. Whee! Oh, you can see his tail. There you go. He's happy. So long as he doesn't stick his bum in the camera. Hey, yeah, I've been looking for a little outfit for him. I did find an ENZO shirt for him, but it was way too big. It's too big, wasn't it?
Mine are way too small.
It's all right. My assistant, Sunny Sock,
Actually, I'm way too fat.
And brought him his little. He was supposed to have his little bow tie on. See? Oh, to dress up because he's my co-host with you, Enzo, of course. He's excited because he can see my daughter's just come in.
Mention that I'm not even wearing a Hawaiian shirt. This is my retro bowling shirt.
Yes, I know. But yeah, I did find him a shirt, but it was too big. What's the matter? Say bye. He can see. Yes, no, you can't jump down. Just off your. Oh goodness, there we go. Go for a cuddle.
Okay. Off the rails. Here we go.
He's having a cuddle. He gets all excited. He loves us. I'm supposed to have a flipper, not a lassie. Oh, what? Well, I wouldn't mind a dolphin, but I don't have any water near me. It'd be a fish out of water. Oh, except it's not a fish; it's a mammal. Yes. Mythos is wonderful. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm distracted because Puppy's getting a cuddle. Oh, he's coming back now. There he goes. There he is. Oh, he's gone. He's back on his chair. Yeah, I put out a thing. I got to 800 subscribers, so I made a little picture of
congratulations.
Yeah, pretty awesome. People like my content, which is really wonderful, and that's what I hope for. I hope that when they watch my stuff, they just get a bit of a giggle, you know.
Yeah.
Where are we? And thank you again, Tanya, for that before. Who got the memberships, Tanya? Did you see? Because it didn't pop up for me. It doesn't, when they're gifted, it doesn't pop up to me until later who got them. But I still make a little picture and stick people on it to say thank you. Jaya. Hey, Jaya. Hey, peeps. So what have you got planned for later on, Enzo, since you want to get rid of me?
I don't want to get rid of you.
Oh, well.
I just have, it's so early. It's, we started the show at 3 p.m. and it's like so early that I didn't get to do some errands. I need to go to the grocery store and pick up a few things. So
Enzo today, people. Enzo has to go to the shops.
That's right. I need to go to the shops. Of course, it's an American grocery store, which means I could get like car parts and things like that there.
Oh, is it Walmart? Are you going to Walmart? I love Walmart.
I might go to Walmart, maybe.
When I go to England, I've got to try Tesco's. That's their chain of supermarkets. I don't know what you can get in the Tesco, but I'm going to have a bit of a look. My birds are just being a-holes, apparently. Nikki says I've got to buy three. Got her by three. Let's have a race.
A race to 1,000.
It's funny. I've got all of. I've got the hours needed to apply for, so you can get revenue from the ads that they play, which would be brilliant because it's probably like 50 cents a month, but that would be really good because then people aren't doing it. YouTube, who's multi-billionaire people are doing it, so I've got everything I need except for the subs, but I'll get there. It's all right. Ian says the live streams are a welcome escape from the ills of the world. Yes, so long as we don't get Debbie Downers in the live stream. But we've been pretty lucky, really, haven't we, Enzo?
We have. All things considered, we've we have a
Yeah.
good, that's because of course, the folks in the chat, you're part of the show too. And that's what makes it great is the interactivity because Karen, reads everybody's chats and brings up stuff that's on topic or fun. And that's all of them. So you're as much as part of this as the two of us are.
Sarah, M&S that you need to try. Is that another store in England? I'm going to have do you see that comment from my child? Oh dear. When I went, every time I go to America, I've got to go to Walmart. And when I go in, for those who don't know, who have never been into a Walmart, it's like Christmas has come at once. Christmas and Easter. You walk in and it's massive. I've never, mind you, I went to a superstore, but it's massive. I have still not gotten around the whole store. I still yet need to go to the part where they sell the power tools and everything. And then there's a gardening part, which is just as big as our Bunnings. And Australians will know that. It's massive. It's just absolutely massive. I don't drink alcohol really, so I can't say I saw where they sold that, but holy cow. Oh, all right, Sarah, I shall try out M&S. But I have to still say I've been to a Tesco's or Tesco's. Yeah. I've heard Walmart described as lots of ways, but never like that. Well, Glenda, you're spoiled, all right? Here in Australia, in comparison, our supermarkets are disgraceful.
Well,
like it's just disgraceful. Like you go to a Walmart, you can get anything you bloody well want, anything. And the food in the see, I'm raving, but when you go into the food part where all the fresh produce is, all the fresh fruits and stuff, it's all done up nicely, and there's tons of different stuff. You walk into an Australian supermarket, no matter where it is, it's very basic. There's no fancy schmancy things made up for you to just grab and go. The cake section is sad. The cake section in any supermarket, like the nice cakes, is generally just like a fridge about the size of a double door fridge. It's crap. When you go into the cake area at Walmart, you don't know. No wonder I go to America with an Australian body and come back with an American one.
There's a reason we're fat because there's a lot of good stuff to eat.
Oh, really, Glenda? I don't know. No, Coles isn't even a spit on a Walmart, Tanya. Very sad. Our supermarkets are sad after you've been to a Walmart. So, yeah, I don't know. I thought Walmart was all right. There was a few other supermarkets I went to as well that were fine as well and had lots of stuff like fresh flowers the minute you walk in the door, plants, tons of stuff. All right, what's Ian telling me? You want to try Morrison's in the UK. Their bakery section is on point. All right, I'll put that to the test. Actually, you know what I'll do? When I'm in America, if the tickets sell, event July 12th to 14th. Check it out. When I get there, and I will go to Walmart, I will make sure whatever supermarket I go to while I'm there, I film the cake section. All right, because there was another supermarket I went to that had a massive cake section. I mean, when I say massive, it's huge, as big as our fruit and fresh vegetable section to the Australians. Huge, just cakes, biscuits. Oh, I'll film it. I'll film Walmart. Yeah, and then I'll compare to England when I get to England, and then I'll video our supermarkets. And you will see why I am disappointed to be an Australian because honestly.
You have Costco and Sam's Club?
We do have a Costco. I've never gone to Costco, and the reason being is because I never really want to buy anything in bulk. And it seems to be more aimed at, we've got those, but I haven't been in one, so it would be actually interesting to go in one have a look and then go in one in America and see what the differences are. But
I love
there you go.
I like buying my food in bulk, mostly because I eat in bulk. But it's I like to stockpile my things away for those rainy days. But
Thank
yeah,
you,
I love it.
Julie. Thank you. Holly says it doesn't seem that long ago. It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't. So that's what I mean. I'm kind of Americans with kids will know Bunnings as Hammer Barn from Bluey. Okay. Yeah, Bunnings is good, but still Bunnings is tiny in comparison to. I should ask Walmart to be my sponsor. I should say, I love it. Yeah, Kmart still exists, but it sucks. Used to be good. My Kmart, we've got a store here called Kmart. You've got Kmart in America as well. It's slightly different
I hope
here.
there's that many left. Yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly different here. But the one that's local to me, I don't want to go anymore because every time I go in, there's no carts, trolleys. There's dirt all around where they normally live, and anything on the shelf. It seems to me the people that work there get paid to do nothing. You'll go and it's messy and there's things on the ground, and I hate going in there. Very, very naughty workers in that shop.
Well, in the American Walmarts, the messy and dirty and things laying around on the ground are usually the customers that go to the Walmart. That's the meme is people you see at Walmart where they roll out of bed with whatever they're wearing and they just go to the store. And
well, look, I went there and I was dressed properly. I had not. And the times I've been there, I've never encountered those sorts of people. Mind you, the one I went to is in Carson City in Nevada. So maybe Carson City's got a better class of people. I don't know. Yeah. So
some of the really big Walmarts are open 24 hours a day. If you really want a treat, go after midnight.
I have seen short videos on people, so I do know what you're talking about. But yeah,
it's usually most of what it is. Those things are just very poor fashion choices for people.
Yeah. Kibber, you can't imagine how much food, drink, and things to amuse myself are piled up within arm reach of my bed since I'm still mostly in bed trying to build up muscle enough to be mobile again. Oh, well, I can imagine how many treats because I'd probably do the same. I just saw Marnie, Karen, field trip with you to the various cake stores in countries. Oh, that could be a show.
Yeah. Karen's Cakes.
Karen's Cake Adventures. Oh, Cake Adventures. Oh my
Karen's
God. It's a cheesecake. Oh dear. The sunny sock. All made at midnight. It does by the description, that seems to be the thing. Kmart is all overseas produce, comes in containers, unpacked on hangers already. Yeah, that'd be right, Dee. But I don't. I don't know. I worked at Kmart over 30 years ago now. I worked at Kmart. I was security at the door. When people come out and you think they've stolen something, you sort of, oi, hey, oi. But honestly, back then the store was fantastic. It had a simply fantastic. This is where I need it was awesome or whatever he says. It had a restaurant, so you'd come in, you do your shopping. There was a cafe. Everything, mostly it was not all overseas produce. There was a lot of Australian made stuff in there. It was really good back in the day, but not anymore. Everything is crap now. No wonder people buy things online mostly. But here we go. Yes, that was actually the Kmart store I was referring to. Spirit Search. That is the actual store. I cannot stand going in there. Sometimes my kids want to go there because I need to grab something, and I'll go, oh, not there. Yes, Mum, they've got it in stock. And you walk in, and it's just filthy. It's untidy. I should write a letter, but then I'd be a Karen. Take me to your manager. Like, I've been there a few times and walked in. There's no, you need a shopping trolley or you need a basket if you're going to grab stuff, and there's nothing. And you ask the lady that's on the door, it would be her job, one would assume, the greeter, to make sure, get on the radio, hey, we need some trolleys. Hey, we need some baskets. Oh, no. Why would she do that? So you walk in and you go, hey, where's the basket? Like, there's no baskets. Where's the trolleys? Oh, yeah, no. You could go to the supermarket and grab one. Like, oh, and then, it's dirty. The store's dirty. It's just, I don't like it. And I don't know why, because the shopping centre itself is fine. It's just that particular Kmart. Maybe I should write a letter and just say someone from head office needs to go in and do what do you call it, where you just show up unannounced?
Surprise inspection.
Yeah, surprise inspection. Hey, Mum, speaking of Kmart, I kind of need to go there today. Oh, my God. So you know where I'm going after this. I'll see if I can figure out where there's another one and go to that.
I remember going into like Kmart and stuff when I was a little kid, and they always, like, right up front, they had this giant air popped popcorn machine thing that made the whole store smell like hot buttered popcorn. And I always loved getting those when I was a kid. Get like a really long bag of them, and
it's funny memories from being a child, how things. And I don't think I'm candy coating it. I actually remember being tiny, like maybe 6 or 7, but really tiny. And my grandmother would take me to the shops, and we didn't have supermarkets then. Didn't have supermarkets. It was, you would go down the main street. We'd call it down the main street, and Nana would go to the butcher. Then she'd go into the green grocer. And then if she needed milk and things like that, there was a little store that sold all that sort of stuff, like a general store. It was just tinier. They did bring in supermarkets, because I remember watching a movie with Bob Hope in it, which would have been made, I think, in the 60s. And he's a bachelor living in a particular estate where there's a lot of married women, single women or whatever, and he's in a supermarket. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, as an Australian, we'd never seen. I'm like, wow. So America had everything before we did. But I used to love that. The green grocer would usually be a Greek, or usually a Greek man, who you'd walk in and you go, hey, hello, welcome. And he'd give us as kids a little apple or whatever. The butcher would always hand you over a little piece of, if you had some cold cuts, here's a little piece of this. It's just all lacking now. And there was a bakery. You'd go in and get your hot bread, or, I don't know. I just remember things being so much different when I was little. Sometimes the world, we are advancing in certain things, but geez, I'd like a time machine sometimes to just go back to those more easier, and there was nothing open on a weekend. Nothing. That was it. No Friday night late shopping. It was all
right.
Get your stuff. Weekends were for family,
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff's gone the way of history. I sound like my grandmother. Con the Fruiterer. Yeah, there used to be a character on one of our comedy shows here called Con the Fruiterer, and I can't remember his daughter. Agapi, he'd say, hey, someone would say to him, oh, when are we getting in the bananas or whatever? And he'd go, hey, a couple of days. And then he'd go on about his daughter's Agapi. And it was a funny thing. You've got to watch it, I suppose. Con the Fruiterer. What's that, Tanya? Remember getting a Cheerio, a small Saveloy from a butcher. I still love them cold now too. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, That's what I mean, Tanya. They'd give you like it was a family friendly type situation. You knew the butcher, you knew the fruiterer, you knew everybody. And now I can still get that if I go to the same supermarket all the time and you know the staff.
Sure.
You can, but it's just because when you've lived through an era where it was like that, some things are great now, like some things are actually good, but then there's a lot of things where you think not so good. That's nice, Karen. Suggest Kmart in Woodridge unless you want to see a new episode. I don't want to see Housos, thank you. We're talking about a show, Enzo, an Australian show. I think, did they play Housos in New Zealand? I think they did play it in New Zealand. It's a comedy show about the lives and daily turmoil in a neighborhood of morally lacking people and uneducated, not working, like the what did we call it, the estates, or whatever you call it, where poor people live that are poor because they want to be. I think they don't want to work. I hope I don't rattle any chains there. I don't mean to, but it's just like, a bad area, like people, swear a lot and all that sort of thing. But it's funny. It's funny. I remember, though, when it first came out, do you remember this, guys? When that show first came out here in Australia, there were people from those areas protesting and complaining that it was degrading them. And I thought, well, it is. However, it's spot on. It's spot on. It was really funny. And I've known people like that. So anyway, back in our day, I remember my parents used to say, now I do. Yeah, I've said when I was nursing, because I had to refresh some of the skills, so I had to go back to class to refresh some of my skills. They'd be talking about doing something a particular way, and I'd say, now back in the day, this is how you would do it, right? And then when I finished and everything, I got a certificate awarded to Karen in brackets back in the day. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh.
I always think about like little kids today. What's their back in the day? Because back in my day, we had to use our fingers to actually send a text. We didn't use our brain chip like you've got to send it off a satellite.
Actually, Sarah, I remember that too. Some of them did, yeah. And there was that smell like, did you ever have to go? We would go to the fish and chip shop and buy fish and chips, and it'd be wrapped in newspaper, not butcher's paper or anything else, just newspaper. And I can still remember 10 cents got me chips and 2 potato cakes. I don't know what you call potato cakes in America. I don't think you have them. It's like a slice of potato, like a big potato sliced, and then you put it in batter and deep fry it. Potato cake. Yeah, potato cakes, not potato scallops. They call them. Hey, I'll tell you a funny story, Sky. I went to years ago when I came up on a holiday. I went into a fish and chip shop and I said, can I please have 6 scallops, right? 6 scallops. To me, a scallop is a fish, right?
Right.
Anyway, they charged me some like really low price, and I thought, oh, wow, scallops must be really cheap because I'm near the ocean. Get down to the beach, open up my packet, and it's potato cakes. And I've gone, what? So I've walked back because I thought I got ripped off. And I said to the fella, I asked for scallops, but you gave me potato cakes. And he went, oh, you're a southerner, he called me. He goes, here we call them potato scallops. And I'm like, I didn't ask for a potato scallop, though. I asked for a scallop. So, yeah, I
ocean scallop.
Yeah, ocean, yeah, sea scallop, whatever. But, yeah, so I don't know.
You have to use descriptive code for the natural thing.
Earl, yes, I was born and raised in Australia. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Yes, I was.
I didn't.
Yeah. Enzo's not. Enzo's born and raised in America.
I'm from Earth. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm an Earthling. Earthling. I've been doing too many things with
for the
aliens.
rest of the galaxy. That's like saying I was born in a Walmart.
Probably. Oh gosh.
Earth. You named your planet Dirt? What?
Yeah, Terra. Let me see. We have potato cake, which is a rounded kibba of hash browns. They flat McDonald's. Oh yeah, no, I know what a hash brown. Oh, is that different to a hash brown, Enzo?
A hash brown is actually shredded potatoes, and it's kind of like not really woven together, but it's shaped like kind of in a square, different shape, and then it's all deep fried.
Those here. Yeah, we have those here. But what's he talking about? Akiba talking about there? A potato cake, which is rounded off.
Which is a rounded off oval of hash browns that are flat, and McDonald's sells them with their breakfast sandwich. That's still a hash brown. A potato cake, like the potato, like you were talking about, it's just a thick slice of potato, like from the middle of the potato. And you said it was batter dipped and then fried. I know KFC has like potato wedges where instead of slicing it, you're cutting it along its length, so it's like a pickle. You know, it's cut like that.
Oh yeah, that's wedges. We have wedges here too.
And those they put some kind of batter on their thing of seasoning and deep frying. But
yeah, I'm surprised that they're quite yummy. Actually, I don't mind a potato cake.
Potatoes in any form are delicious. I love potatoes.
And you have we call them potato gems. You call them the little things of potato.
I've seen them called that as well.
Yeah, what do you call them though? Americans call them something different. Potato. They look. I don't know, but yeah, I had some when I don't remember. Another way to eat potato gems, D. It was. I'll think of what you call them because it was specific. It was all the little round potato, deep fried little round, squishy, soft potato things in a bowl and then loaded with stuff. So I went into a restaurant and it was those with like a salsa sauce on top and all sorts of things.
You're not thinking of tater tots, are you?
Tater tots, thank you. Tater tots. We call them
a tater. A tater tot is that's different from a gem. Gem is like you take like a melon scooper and you've got just it's a solid piece of potato, right?
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Different name. Our tater tots, it's the exact same thing. We just call them potato gems.
Well, I always thought potato gem was like just like you took a melon ball or just scooped out a piece of potato and then fried it. Is that not it? Because a tater tot, it's a tater tot is shredded potatoes again, just like the other stuff, and it's just kind of molded into a nugget shape.
Yeah, we just call them potato gems. We're Australian. Okay. We call things. It's exactly the same. Yeah, okay. No, it's exactly the same. I don't. Americans probably do have a gem.
Of all the potato products, my least favorite is probably tater tots. I'm not a big fan.
I love a tater tot
because they usually over fry them, so where it's just this hard greasy thing, and if it gets cold, forget it. I ain't eating that.
Yeah, hash brown stuff. Yeah. We're on the same page. It's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same. So if you came to Australia and you wanted some tater tots, I'd just go and buy a bag of potato gems. What was that? Potato scallops is a Queensland thing. I never heard of potato cake until I went to Victoria. Yeah, no, potato cakes are in you. Hang on. I'm not sure. Heather's not in here anymore. She's probably.
I'd love to try a potato cake. It sounds good.
Oh, they're yummy. Well, when I'm in America, and if I have opportunity to use somebody's kitchen, I'll just make some. I know how to make them.
What was that other thing that you told me about last week, or maybe it was this week? It was like buttered bread with sprinkles on it. What was it?
Fairy bread. Fairy bread. I'll just bring up a picture of fairy bread. Because I'm sure you guys can make it. Hang on. Fairy bread. I mean, you must have. It's not. Here we go. There we go. That. Where's a good picture? This one. It's on Pinterest. Look at that. Back. Sorry, bear with me. Technical difficulties. Present. Share screen. How to make fairy bread. Ba-ba-da. That's fairy
Hey,
bread.
Yeah.
So it's just white bread with butter and sprinkles. That's it. Do you have sprinkles like that? They're like tiny, tiny little balls of candy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have the type that's little balls like that, and some that are more like little rods. Is what you
Yeah, well,
commonly
you
say
have
in
the
US.
same things as we have. So that's called fairy bread. It's a staple at any child's birthday party in Australia.
Oh,
You just make
really?
those and you put the sprinkles on. Oh, while I've got it up, I'll show you a picture of a potato cake. Hang on.
Yeah. Now I'm
Hang
starving. I was already hungry. Now I'm really hungry.
Potato cake. It'll probably come up with a cake that looks potato cake.
You can if it's deep fried, I'm already in. It's you could deep fry an old tire and I'd eat it.
Oh, that doesn't look anything. I'll write potato scallop then. Well, all it looked like was a hash brown, and that's not what it is. Potato scallop.
I'm with Holly. I like the spiral fries, French fries.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Hang on. Oh, that's not really a good picture. Give me a second, because I just want to find you a picture that looks like what. There we go. There we go. There we go. And I think we'll go for that picture, and we'll share it. What do you mean it can't be reached? Hurry up. Fine. It's saying you can't. Oh, there it is. It's finally come up. Okay. Present. Share screen. Why am I so slow at this? Share.
Professional YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's hang on. So that there is about as big as, you can get different sizes, but they're generally around the size of a big potato. They slice them up, they dip them in batter, and they deep fry them, and that's what they look like. And then you put plenty of salt on them, plenty of salt, and it's really yummy. So there you go. Job's done. That's a potato cake. Oh, here's a better picture of it so you can see the middle. Oh, why is that at McDonald's? Oh, no. Bull crap. McDonald's causes a nation. Just a minute. I've just learnt something. McDonald's new potato menu item has caused a nationwide divide to reignite the state versus state battle over potato scallops and cakes and fritters. When was this? Anyway, let's forget it because I'm getting hungry. And I don't want to starve. I'm too fat. Let's see. I lived in Sky says, I've lived in north of Rockhampton, Mackay, Lotus Creek, 3 miles, nearest town, Roadhouse, Caravan Park, 17, I grew up in Dandenong. I don't know. Everyone, you can have a culture shock most everywhere. Yes. Oh, is it Mackay I'm going to? I thought I was going to, maybe it is Mackay. I don't know where I'm going. I don't think, I'm not going to Mackay, do you? I don't think I'm going up that high. That's far up. I'm going to the Whitsundays. I don't really know where I'm going. I brought the plane ticket, $80, $80 return. Tell you what, you couldn't ask for better.
You pronounce that Mackay? It's not Mackie?
Yeah, it's actually, I still have to look into it, but what interests me is the spelling and the fact that it's a mining town. And I'm wondering if that's Mackie, and we just Australians say Mackay, because back in the day when it was established, it would have been mainly immigrants, Irish and all that sort of thing, which Mr. Mackey in Virginia City had that background. So I'm either wondering, do Americans say Mackey when they should say Mackay, because Mackay would be the Irish pronunciation. I'm wondering if there's a link. I know Mr. Mackey was responsible for getting cabling for, what do you call it? tap, 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 tap. What do you call
Telegraph?
it? Telegraph.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one responsible for getting it to Australia. Yeah, lots of interesting things about Mr. Mackey. But Americans say Mr. Mackey, but we say Mackay, same spelling. So I'm just wondering. So I'm still looking into that to see if there's some other connection, which takes it back. It's just pronunciation. But yeah, I would assume, and if there's anyone that's got Irish in them and knows, I'm assuming it's you would normally say Mackay. If you're from Ireland, you wouldn't say Mackie. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No. Glenda Watt brought up scalloped potatoes. That's also a favorite of mine.
Well, that's what a potato cake is. Oh no, hang on. Scalloped potatoes.
We're calling scalloped potatoes. It's thinly slices of potatoes, but it's in like a cheese sauce.
Yeah, I love scalloped potatoes. Yeah. I love potato anything, to be honest. And the one thing I learned too when I was in America, some of the potato salad, especially the one you get at Walmart, it's like yellow, and I couldn't work out why it's yellow, but that's because it's got mustard in it.
It's got mustard in it.
Delicious. I love potato salad.
Yeah, potato salad's great. I actually had some earlier this week. I was at Walmart, and I got the little container where it's made out of the same filling stuff that you put in for a deviled egg. So it's deviled egg potato salad.
Ooh. See, isn't Walmart wonderful? Oh gosh, yeah. I know. Do you know what else I like, Earl and Ian, and Maisie? I like Yorkshire pudding. Do you know what that is, Enzo? It's very English.
I've heard the name, but I've never had it or seen it.
It's basically just like a puff pastry type thing that you have with your roast. So it's like it's a pudding, but it's not a pudding. I don't know. It's interesting that they call it pudding because it's not like a pudding consistency. It's just like a little puff pastry type thing. And you cook them and then you put them with your roast and you put your gravy over and But there you go. Mashed potatoes. Yeah, mashed potatoes. Oh, this happened last week, Enzo. We started to talk about food and I had to go. I was so hungry.
I know. I am starving. I haven't had anything to eat today.
Oh, yeah, I haven't had any breakfast. I've had my coffee. But I'll get some. No, black pudding. Blech. Blech. Black pudding and what's the other thing? Black pudding.
Isn't there like a blood pudding or something?
Oh yeah. Yuck. Oh yuck. There's that. I did talk to Maisie and I said when I come to Scotland, I was thinking of having a bit of a taste of haggis.
Gotta try.
Then, I don't know. Like if I close my mind to what it is, maybe it does taste good. I don't know.
Never ask what it is. Just taste it.
Yeah,
poutine,
kibba.
Yeah, that's Canadian.
Yeah, I did have poutine. It's yum, but it's basically French fries with cheese.
It's French fries with cheese and basically brown gravy on it.
Yeah, so it was basically chips and gravy with cheese as well. But I mean, I could make it here, but you wouldn't. I just don't like the word poutine. Poutine. It just doesn't sound right. What's in haggis? I think it's all the guts and stuff.
It's all the stuff you normally would throw away.
Yeah, it's all the. It's what's the word we use for that? You know, all the
Awful.
bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Awful. Thank you, Enzo. Awful. So awful. It's done awful.
It is.
Tanya agrees with me. Yes, it is ooh. And awful's ooh. When I was little, it used to be a thing for a meal that my granny would cook up, like tongue and what was the other thing? Lamb brains and all those sorts of things. I used to think, gross. I probably ate it.
I remember as a kid. Yeah.
Ooh. I probably ate it not knowing what I was eating. As a kid, things can be disguised, but
to me, like the thing that sounds worse than haggis is that one Scandinavian thing where it's the pickled fish It's just rotten fish is all it is. But man, they love it. That's their thing.
Oh, amazing. My granny would go to the slaughterhouse for a bucket of blood and make her own black pudding. Yeah, I know. Isn't it disgusting?
Oof. Not a vampire.
But you know what? When I was little, we'd have the roast. I mean, you could probably. What was that?
Wisdom's chitlins. There,
Chitlins. Yeah, I know what chitlins are.
Pig's intestine.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have after the roast, all the fat from the roast, it goes white, like and it used to be a thing after the Sunday roast. Everyone would sit around, and in the afternoon, the kids would be told to go outside and play, and Mum would get a piece of bread and slather it with the juice, like what do we call it? I've gone blank. It was called just the juices, the fat from the thing. It's got a name, but yeah, we just have that as a sandwich. Like that would be it, all that fat. And I think, but as now knowing about keto, take away the bread, and that's actually.
I was about to say the bread is the bad part. You would throw away now.
Yeah, dripping sandwich. Yeah, it was the dripping from the meat, and but yeah, so it'd be all the fat, and you just slather it on the bread and eat it. So the only thing actually bad about that is not the dripping; it's the bread.
And in the American South, that's why you have a biscuit, the bread, not the cookie, to sop up all the leavings there on your plate to get it all.
Yeah. And for any English people watching and you've never been to America and never had a biscuit, it's a scone. That's what it is. It's our scone. That's exactly what it is, exactly what it looks like, exactly what it tastes like, except that they serve it like Enzo just said, or you usually just get a scone to soak up your gravy and all that. So it's a scone. Because I had biscuits and gravy, and delicious, but the first time I had it, I thought, oh, that texture sounds so familiar, but I couldn't work out what it was. It was a scone. So there you go. I'm going to make bird soup when I get out of here.
Yeah, little chicken legs. Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to work out which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's the Rosella going crook. I've got 2 Indian ringnecks who, when they go off, they're super loud and hurt your ear. But the Rosella, when she's going off, she's usually going crook because she wants to sit where one of the other birds is sitting. And that's probably what the minute I go out there, they'll be quiet. I've had grits. I don't like them.
They're okay. I mean, to me, they don't really taste like.
They've got no taste.
It depends. Yeah, but you can have them with like honey, or some people just do salt and pepper. And
I mean, if I was starving and there was nothing else to eat, I'd have it. Absolutely, but I've seen them on the menu. I tried them because I wanted to try grits because you hear about it, and I did try it, and I thought, ugh, just because there's no taste. It's kind of like it reminded me of when I used to make up the very basic rice cereal for my boys when they were babies. It's just very bland and but I understand what you're saying. But I definitely love biscuits and gravy. Definitely love American food. Deep fried pickles.
Green beans, all the fair type.
And those really big bread pretzels. We can probably get them here, but I just never go anywhere to get them. But the big ones that are just sort of like they're pretzels, but they're soft. Oh, yeah.
With a little mustard or a little cheese sauce to dip it in.
Yeah. I'll need to buy 2 seats on an aeroplane next time I come home. Wisdom. The birds were making noises here too, if that's any consolation. I don't have birds. It could be something in the air. They're awfully noisy, and I don't know. They're normally not that noisy. But my daughter said there's nothing wrong. They're just being turds. What's else say? Have you run into many of the poisonous snakes in Australia? Yeah. Red-bellied blacks. I picked one up once because I thought it was dead, but it wasn't. I'd hit it with Yeah, I was whippersnip. We call it whippersnipping. Like the little thing that has the cord on it that you slash grass with. I was doing that along a fence line on a farm on property, and a stick, like a stick flung, and I went, oh, I was lucky I didn't get hit by that, and I kept going, and I'm like, hang on. Was that a stick? And I walked out. It wasn't a stick. It was a snake. Because here the snakes do like to sit along the. I guess it's warm. I don't know why, but they do like to sit in the long grass along a fence line. Probably the same in America. And I thought, it was dead. And I thought, oh my God, that was close because so I picked it up and I'm walking back and I said, look, I think I've killed a snake with the whippersnipper, and I put it back on the back of the truck on the tray. It wasn't dead. I'd had cut it, like I'd hurt it. But red belly black snakes are pretty, they'll run away. They're poisonous, but they'll run away from you. I've been chased by a brown snake, asshole, and big and too. Twice I've been chased by a brown snake. They look you down, they stare you down, and you think, okay, and you, but yeah. Look, but at the end of the day, the dogs are probably barking at the snakes. The snakes get frightened and bite. At the end of the day, except for brown snakes, I reckon I haven't lost an animal, to snake bite, touch wood. But my cousin did. Her dog was bitten by a brown snake, and it was heartbreaking. Because brown snakes are they're nasty. They will have a go. But it's nature. You can't help it. If you're living on a property where there's snakes, it just could happen. Or if you're living in an area like I am at the moment where they're knocking down bushland to build things and stuff, they move, they migrate because they've got to. Mm-hmm. And, you can end up with one in your backyard. But you just got to be careful. Be aware. You know where they are. In garden beds, long brush, under, you know where to look. Oh, I swear to God. That bird. Oh, my God. Oh, golly. Let's have a look. Tiger snakes follow you. Oh, yeah, they chase you, tiger snakes. They chase you. A tiger snake, brown snakes will have a go, but ultimately sometimes they'll just also go away. A tiger snake is very aggressive. I haven't seen, but yeah, there you go. So yes, I have. I've seen snakes. I've seen them. I've hit one. Found one in my shed one day. That was just a red belly black, though. It ran away. But yeah, I'm more worried about them biting my animals because, of course, animals are stupid and like. But so far, so good, isn't it, puppy? Nothing's happened yet. No, nothing's happened. Wow, say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. See, I put this little bow tie on him so he'd look pretty. There he is. He doesn't like it, though. Maisie. I was wondering how long it'd take.
It took longer than I expected, honestly.
It did take a bit longer. Where's Tanya? She's not biting yet. Oh, puppy, you're going to fall. No, don't jump. Just stay there. Yeah, New Zealand and Ireland and England. I mean, England does have a snake, but it's not a snake. It's not those sorts of snakes. Kind of got a funny name. I think it's like a big worm, isn't it, guys? I don't know. I'm happy to be anywhere there's not snakes so that if you're gardening, you don't have to worry about getting bitten. Yeah, I've got bird netting around my fences as well. But it is a bit, it's a bit, see, I like all animals, even snakes and spiders. So I do have netting around where I keep my birds because that's where they'll probably come for the mice, if there's mice. But I do check it, and if there were a snake caught in it, I'd be happy to grab it out if it's a red belly black. But if it's a brown snake or something like that, I'll call the snake. It hasn't happened yet. But, yeah, I don't want to kill them. I don't, poor things. They're just living their life. They're actually very handy. They keep mice controlled.
Part of that life cycle out there, you kind of need them. So.
You do need them. And you do need them. And as much as flies annoy me, we need them too. Yeah, thankfully in the UK, Well, probably a badger. Yeah, badgers are pretty cute. That's what I mean. I think so. And even the animals in America that could kill you, they're all pretty cute too. But yeah, I wouldn't want to accidentally bump into a bear, a coyote, or a mountain cat or cougar or whatever you call them.
For our mountains around here, you get rattlesnakes, and they at least let you know they're there. That's why I kind of respect them. It's like, hey, I'm sitting there. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, unless you accidentally step on them.
Yeah,
but
then that's
yeah,
then it's all over.
That's, yeah, most animals, wild ones, will either run away, or if they feel cornered, then they might, make a lot of noise and have a go. I'm still yet to meet a real raccoon. I hope this time. Every time I go back, I'm looking for raccoons. I never see a bloody raccoon. And then I'm told, oh, we had the raccoons in last night. And I think, oh, well, I wasn't there. My friend Janice has, Janice Oberding, she has raccoons come in her backyard up to her back door. I slept there the night. Bloody hell. It's like ghosts. Doesn't matter where I go. They don't come out for me. See, Wisdom's got raccoons too. I'm so jealous.
Raccoons like Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sure you've seen the video.
Oh, I haven't. What's that? What do they go buying the Dunkin' Donuts?
I'll go by. Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, show it to me.
If I can find just the video without the
sound. I don't know.
Somebody's story going along with it.
Oh, so is that when they come out? But you see, I bet I'd probably be someone that everybody would end up hating, because quite frankly, if I've got garbage that the raccoons want to eat, I'm not putting it in the bin. I'll pop it out on a plate for them. They can come by and grab it. So long as they allow me to be their friend and give me cuddles and let me nurse their babies, as in cuddle their babies. Badgers are grumpy, keep your distance, and they're pretty chill. What do badgers eat? Like if I were there and I saw a badger and I had a muffin, could I give them a muffin and they'd be my friend? Oh, here we go. All right. Oh.
World. My dude. He wants some Dunkin' Donuts.
I hope they give him a donut.
Yeah.
What are you driving up to it for, you minions?
Are they going to give him a donut? Are they going to give him a donut? Oh, my God. Do it. Throw him the donut.
She's got a donut in her hand.
Oh, my God.
Oh, how precious.
There he goes.
Isn't that gorgeous? Thank you for showing me that. Yeah, raccoons can have rabies, Dee. Indeed, they can. Indeed, they can. But quite frankly, if I were to get rabies, hang on. If you get rabies and you get a shot in time, you're okay, aren't you, Enzo?
I don't know nowadays. I know it used to you have to get a series of shots, like in your stomach, like several of them, as I recall. I don't know if they've improved on the medical technology there, where you may only need to get one or two, but.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm in America and I get bitten by a raccoon, I'm sure someone will tell me what to do.
Yes.
Hey, Joseph.
Take it to the hospital.
Yeah, I'll just go to hospital.
Ideally, the first thing the hospital is asking is, do you have the raccoon so we can test it for rabies? Which the only way you're going to be able to bring it in is to kill it first, and they would not want a wild raccoon running around.
Can't they just take the blood, like get the vet to... Yeah. Oh, then no, I'd take my risk and just, let them do a blood test. So I'm not killing any poor little critter just because it bit me. I'm told, though, it's kind of like, yes, they can have, same as squirrels can have it, same as, or anyone can have rabies, basically. So I would I think I'll be lucky. Hopefully I won't get bitten by one.
Just have your throwdown Dunkin' Donuts that you can whip out there and get away.
Yeah. Just take them some donuts and go, yeah.
So always carry donuts with you.
Always carry donuts. Oh, what's wisdom? Just don't try to pet it and you're fine. Oh, yeah, you're talking to me. My instincts are.
She's going to try and recreate the video I just showed you, where you see her reaching up and grabbing the little donut.
Oh, I know. I'd be like, oh my god. I just would. I'd know me. I know me, and I know that if a raccoon got close enough to me, I wouldn't chase it. I'm not stupid, but I'd be so excited that if it came right up to me, I'd go, oh, I'd touch it. I'd probably either end up getting scratched, bitten, or jumped on. And I've seen footage of raccoons grabbing people and going, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I saw one thing of a little girl coming home from school, and the raccoon ran and grabbed her. I think it was going for a bag. She had a bag on. I'm not quite sure what it was up to, but then mum comes out and rips it off and throws it like. And I went, oh, I felt sorry for the little girl getting attacked by the raccoon, but I also felt really bad for the raccoon because mum really chucked it hard. I thought, oh, but yeah, it wasn't a naughty. Anti-rabies shots hurt, and they are a series of shots. I keep asking the question, and I still haven't had an actual good answer. Can one get an immunization against rabies? Can you go and say, hey, I'm going out bush. There's every opportunity I might get scratched, bitten, etc. by a wild animal. Can I please be vaccinated against rabies? Surely there's a rabies thing. Surely. But no one can give me a straight answer.
I've never heard of it. So you can just have like this guy just kind of walks in amongst the cats. Hi, how you doing? Oh, can I have some of this? And then runs out like a person. Isn't that great?
I've seen so many. I entertain myself with raccoon. I think it's on Instagram. There's a raccoon thing. I can't remember what it's called, but it's all about raccoons, raccoon something. And I'm just like this and watch the raccoons. And especially there's the baby ones that follow you around. There was a fella working on something using his drill and everything, and this little baby raccoon kept grabbing onto his leg and all that sort of thing. It was very, very cute. Yeah, no one's been. It seems to me a bit odd that they can't invent a vaccine against rabies. So you've got to wait till you get rabies, and then you've got to get treated really quick. Otherwise, it's too late. That's my understanding. So if you muck around for a day or so before you bother going to the doctor to say, I think I feel sick, it's more or less well, let's just keep you company and until you die. Because I know that's what happens here. We've got a form. It's not rabies, but the bats here carry something. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a similar thing. So if you get bitten by a bat here, and I've got a friend who is a doctor who was really upset when he saw me holding one. He said, oh my God. He said, if you get bitten by that, we can't help you, Karen. We've got nothing that will get rid of that. You will just die, and we'll need to keep you in thing. I went, oh, Jesus. So as much as I think bats are cute, I will never pick one up again. And granted, I picked it up because it was in my cat's mouth and she dropped it. And I went, oh, no. And it was one of those micro bats. It was really tiny, and it had it didn't have teeth yet because it was a baby. And I just went, oh, my goodness. And I took a photo and said, look. And that's when I got that. Oh, my God, Karen. Yeah, but bats do have rabies in the States. I think that's why whenever people see a bat, they scream. I'm pretty sure, again, the bat's not going to jump on you and bite you, is it? I mean, it would be pretty tricky to get bitten by a bat, wouldn't it? I mean, in all seriousness, you'd have to literally.
I don't know how you wind up like that, but
I've seen plenty of bats. Like when I was in the Washoe, that was the only thing I saw. And that wasn't even scary. That was just kind of like, oh, how cute. At least there was something there keeping me company. The ghosts were all out on strike. Oh, I love this guy, Enzo.
Is this going to be you? Is this you just feeding hot dogs to the raccoons?
Yeah, I'd probably give him fresh meat or something. Maybe not the hot dogs. The hot dogs could be a treat, but I'd probably, if that were me, I'd be baking for them. They'd get lots of fresh vegetables. Are they meat eaters?
they're pretty. These are pretty hardy. He's been feeding them for a while. Look how
Oh,
fat
yeah.
that one just crawled up the wall.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
There they
look at the
come.
beautiful. Aren't they gorgeous? Yeah, I don't
He
know.
has a raccoon hat on too.
He does. I don't know. I've heard someone say they don't like him because, oh, you shouldn't feed him hot dogs. I'm like, you Debbie Downer. Let him give him the hot dogs. But I'd be giving him lots of other stuff too. Like they are meat eaters, I guess. So
Yeah,
I would get
they're
him some fresh mince, some
omnivores.
fresh beef and lots of fresh vegetables, some cake. I know you can't find cake out in the wild, but what the hell? And then in return, I would expect cuddles. Thank you. I mean, look at them. Aren't they just gorgeous little creatures? They're so cute. He must go through a fortune. That must cost him a fortune. He's just gone through
Trey was full of hot dogs when he went out there. So
yeah, and that's his second container. Yeah, I've watched him before. Yeah, I know. They're pretty fat, aren't they, Kibba? Oh, Maisie knows who it is, the raccoon whisperer.
anyways.
Oh, Joseph, fatten them up and get them ready to eat and make a hat out of them.
You can make a whole helmet out of some of those.
Wow. Well, at least if, your heating broke down or anything, if you made lots of friends, raccoon friends, that many, you could invite them inside and curl up and they'd keep you warm. They're probably smelly. Would they be smelly? I don't
think so. Not any more than any other animal, I would think, out in the wild.
They are. Look, Joseph, my daughter's very upset. That's so mean. Why would you want a raccoon hat? Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, feed them potato scallops. I reckon they'd like that. Yep.
Spoon
I reckon
for me,
so.
spoon for you. Spoon for me, spoon for you. Same spoon.
Yeah, I'd probably do that. I've done that. When I was a little girl, my mum would make me a ice cream in a cone, and I'd go outside and hop into my dog's kennel with it. My dad, it was a German Shepherd. It was a big kennel, and I was only about 7. And I'd hop in with my ice cream, and the dog would look at me. So I'd have a lick, and then the dog would have a lick. I'd have a lick, and the dog would have. And one day my mum saw me doing it. She goes, "Karen, you'll get worms." I've never got worms from a dog.
Worms.
Ever. I don't think I've ever had worms. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's a myth. I reckon you probably get something like that more from eating funny meat.
Yeah, raw meat is usually where you hear that from.
Yeah. Oh, good. Because a skunk is a musk animal, and there's another animal. Yeah. But yeah. But I've only got a stuffed musk. Skunk. Ooh, there, my skunk. I used to share my bananas with my rat. You did, and we never got any diseases from the rats either. Mind you, it were pet rats, like it was caramel. Was that caramel?
Caramel rat? Sounds delicious. I'm starving.
Yeah, they are pretty smart rats. They are.
Rats are pretty intelligent. Not like skunks. Skunks are kind of dumb.
Oh, are they? But they're cute.
Because they're a growing animal so they can't really see that far. And
so they've got bad eyesight. Oh, there you go. So you learn something every time you watch this live, people.
They're nocturnal. I know these things because we had to trap a few on the base back in the day. Turns out, because we had live traps where it's sort of like a little cage. It's got a little lever in there, and we used for bait was wet cat food. We'd go to like the Dollar Tree or something like that, the dollar store, and get the cheapest little can thing of wet cat food, and they loved it. But I despised it because I thought the cat food smelled worse than the skunk. It was gross.
Cat food.
But we'd trap them and then haul them like a couple of miles away and dump them out.
Yeah.
The way the trap is, because if they can't lift their tail, they won't spray, and the trap kind of like holds their thing down. So you just kind of open it up and tilt it so they kind of slip out, and then they'll just run off immediately. So while we hide in the truck so we don't get sprayed.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm finished in 10 minutes anyway, Ian.
Yeah.
Thanks for interrupting, Ian. No, it's all right.
We need a good countdown. He's keeping us on time.
Yeah, I'll be finished in 10 minutes. We keep it for 2 hours, and that way everybody, whatever. So there you go. I must watch them one day, I suppose. Adelaide Haunted Horizons. I knew they had a channel once before as something else, so I'll check them out and see if they're on the level. You know me and my opinions. I'll check them. They don't use too many apps, do they, Ian? And they do their research, don't they, Ian? We'll check. Oh gosh. So today I am obviously, according to Sunny, I am off to Kmart to get whatever it is they might need, and then I'm doing some gardening. I've done all my spring cleaning in the house, so that's all under control. So now I can go out and spring clean my back garden. And then I'll take a little video so everyone can see how it's grown since my last video.
Very cool.
The birds are quiet. They might have got eaten by a cat. Speak of the devil. The minute I said that, they've started again. Oh, all right. So tomorrow, guys, around about the same time, I think half an hour earlier than today, the episode of 5 Haunting Questions with 3 Spires Paranormal will be up and running. Oh, Sunny tells me the cats aren't out yet, so that's good. Maisie Rose. Karen has opinions? Who knew? Oh, I do. I used to worry about hurting people's feelings in regard to, because a lot of people watch different channels and love them, right? And that's all great. Everybody knows how I feel, for example, about Amy's Crypt. I don't like it. But I don't not like them because I don't know them. I don't mean it on that level. I like people who research and make sure that what they're talking about is based in fact. So, yeah. Oh, cool. I'll check them out. I'll have a look. Hopefully they do that. I just get really crappy. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I always research. I think that's important so that when you tell a story, you're not saying you're talking to something that could possibly not be there because it never existed. Does that make sense? So, yeah. What's that? Then she saw all the Karen videos. Who did? What? What have I missed? Oh, yeah, no. I'm not a Karen. That's I can be a Karen, but not but even then not really. I can just be very I'm not.
What's the latest on, since we've got a couple minutes left, what's the latest on your vehicle?
Oh, nothing. That's what. I've got a rental car. They gave me a rental, which is great. But it's been over a week now that they've had it, and I've not heard one thing. I've rung up a few times and said, hey, what's happening? Oh, an assessor will get out to assess it. I was told Tuesday of this week just gone that they would be assessing it. No, so it still hasn't been assessed. So hopefully Monday or Tuesday. But in the meantime, I've got a rental car, so it's thank goodness. Otherwise, I would be really on their back. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, and where are you off to then, Joseph? Hey, you just got here. Oh, I'm watching you. See you later, Joseph. We're heading off in a second anyway. I'll go over and check out Adelaide. What's it called again? Oh, crap. Adelaide Haunted Horizons. I'll go and check them out. And if I don't like them, no. But if Beardo says they're all right, they probably are. So I'll give them a shot. Let's see what else. That's it. So there you go, guys. 6 minutes. I'll hold on for 6 minutes and say goodbye to everybody. Yeah, I'm watching you, Joseph, cheating on me. I bet you're going somewhere else.
I went out yesterday morning and test drove a van that was for sale in my local area.
Oh,
it
yes,
did not
dude.
go well.
Yeah, tell everybody. So Enzo's been looking for a van to deck out so that he can travel around the countryside, pull up and go to sleep. So a nice little van. He saw one that he wanted to go and buy. He was excited. He got there, and tell him, Enzo.
I got the keys. I was going to take it for a test drive, take it out on the highway, see how it performed. It had some things I already didn't like about it, but it was more of a, all right, man, I'll just go. It's literally less than 2 miles from my house. Why not look at it? And at a little dealership, and it's right on, this dealership's right on a corner. So as soon as I pulled out, I hit a red light, and it seemed fine. Everything's cool. The light turns green. I step on the gas, and the transmission slipped. Clunk, and it lurches into gear. It's like, well, I'm not buying this. But I still took it for a spin around the block and went out on the highway with it. And it had a smaller engine than I was expecting, but it actually did amazingly well. I won't discount that so I got something out of it. I learned something there from taking the test drive. So
Yeah,
there
well,
were a few other things.
But I'm glad that happened then, not that
Oh,
it
yeah.
seemed to be well and then you buy it and then it did it. Glenda says, the breakfast potatoes and eggs hit the spot perfectly. Thank you for the potato chat. Yeah, I know. I'm about to go out and cook myself some eggs and bacon because it is only breakfast.
Delicious.
It's nearly 9 a.m. So, guys, tomorrow, please watch that episode of 5 Haunting Questions with Lee from 3 Spires Paranormal. Go over and enjoy Adelaide Haunted thing, what it's called. Go over, enjoy that. They'll be starting in 3 minutes. Please, in the chat, say Karen's said hello, but I'll go over and say so they know it's okay. I won't be a Karen on them. Unless Betty, hello Betty. Have you been here the whole time, Betty? Did I say hello to you? Apologies if I didn't. Betty likes to lurk too, I think. So I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I hope this time works for everybody. Please feel free to give me feedback about the timing on it. For you guys that were here today, let me know. I want to get it just right. And Enzo's wonderful. He's been very flexible with his times. So yeah, but I think this works. Tanya will let me know if it worked for her. I think it worked for her. Dee was here. So a lot of the Aussies were here this morning, which is great. And we've still got time to go to the shops, guys. Shops will just be opening in a moment. All right, guys. Terrific. Thanks, Marnie. Good to know. And it seemed to fit in well too, because I did say earlier, Beardo did have a live earlier while I was sleeping. Lisa, I'll call you. See, Lisa, it's easy for me to say now because I know I have been corrected. Do have a wonderful weekend, guys. And I'll see you hopefully tomorrow in the chat for 3 Spires, 5 Haunting Questions. And then see you again next Friday with Enzo, as per usual. And look out for a couple of episodes I'm putting up this week as well. You'll get the notifications. And thank you to all the new subscribers that are in here as well. Thank you so much. I hope I can continue to keep you entertained. All right, guys. Sarah, Sia, Dee, Ian, everybody, Kibba, Tanya, love you. And I'll see you all tomorrow in the chat for the episode. Bye. See you later.